Hi, Barbara. I'm so excited that you're here with me. So, Barbara has been doing a group generational healing journey with me, and I've loved it so much. I've really loved working with you and everyone in the group, and I wanted to ask you a few questions to help anybody who may be thinking about taking it about your experience. So the first one is like, what attracted you to do this generational healing with me? Like just curiosity? Was it something specific or how?
Right. First of all, thanks for the offer of doing the generational healing. It was very life-changing. Um, I didn't really know about generational healing. I saw it in the Rainbow Collective, like as part of the, free classes, and I was curious. And it kind of resonated with me because I feel like I've been doing years and years of working on myself, and but I felt very much like there was something holding me back, something very deep that I couldn't get to, and that felt like almost like karma or stuck in the past, like unable to touch it, and I would kind of try to understand it. Like, is it in my subconsciousness? Is it another lifetime? Like, what is it? And so I just signed up because I was interested to see like how the generational healing would work. Quite frankly, I had no idea. Like, no idea.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's a new topic. A lot of people talk about their ancestors and generationally, and it's starting to be a discussion out there, but not many people have experienced it. So I'm really happy that you signed on.
Right.
Um, so what has changed for you as a result of doing these healings?
Yeah, so it was, I was kind of at first, I was expecting like really obvious shifts, like, like when you were doing like the healings, like I would be kind of waiting for this like big shift in consciousness, but I didn't feel that. But instead, like what I felt like every week was like a very um, definite like rearranging of something. I don't know how to put this into words. It's almost like I am, it's like I feel like I'm resting on this like woven, I don't know, like a woven like hammock. Like it's almost like I'm like my energy body is like supported by a hammock, and it was like feeling like it was almost like there was no support. And through the healing, I feel like there is like this kind of like interwoven hammock that's now supporting me and like pushing me forwards, and like kind of changing the way I react to people, the way I feel about myself, the way I express like my needs and stuff. I feel like it's kind of, I felt like I was hovering in midair about to crash before this, and like with this, I feel like there has been like a net now that is carrying me and that is making me feel connected to to my roots almost. And like also I didn't know, well, I don't know my dad, so I never thought of I never thought of my father's side of the family. And when we did the first healing, like you described an ancestor on my father's side, and it was like a light bulb. It's like, how did I never think of like possible trauma on that side of the family? And it felt like everything was coming together, and like connecting the dots that like I was trying to connect for years, and it just happened like over the course of a few weeks, like tremendous like shifts that happened very gently on an energetic level, and then kind of moved through me into like reality. I don't know.
That's amazing.
Does that make sense? That sounds really
It does. Well, I love the imagery of the hammock, and I mean this work. I always sort of take the thing, you notice when you lose 20 pounds in a few weeks. It's
Right,
very,
right.
very obvious, but we are working with subtler shifts. I know you mentioned that sometimes so I understand, like, to feel that support, that is you releasing some of that pain to like from the ancestors, to be able to feel supported in yourself,
Right.
and be able to shine, who you are even more. I remember you even talking about how you write down, like, when you write down like how you feel in a day, even you started to see that those emotions were
Yes.
shifting.
Yeah. Very
As
much.
well.
It's funny, I forgot about that, but it's really true. Since that, like, I haven't really, like, yeah, I write down like kind of like keywords, like, oh, depressed and dark and unhappy. And like now it's like happy, like confident. Like it's very, yeah, I kind of forgot about the fact that it used to just be dark. There was a lot of darkness.
Yeah. It's true. It's like you do this work, and then you're like, okay, like something is there. I'm not sure what. It's hard to quantify this type of aspect, because one day you just kind of wake up and you're like, oh, I guess I don't feel as sad. Like that happened to me in my journey of healing too. I'd be like, oh, like I wake up and I'm like, ah, like maybe like at the morning things, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a great day. Whereas before, maybe it would take me something actually fun to happen for me to change that mind. So it is subtler work, but you do start to notice it. So thank you
Right.
for sharing that. Now, you did this with me in a group setting, so a small group setting of like, 3 or 4 people. Um, what did you like? Like, I also do this work privately, but what did you find helpful about maybe doing it in a group setting?
Um, yeah, I think I liked because it was a group over kind of 4 weeks, like we each followed along on the other's journey, and we noticed, we were paying attention to, and we noticed like uh shifts in the other people, and we also were able to kind of offer support to each other, and like and sometimes like point out like aspects that the other person might not have even noticed, because like their attention wasn't on that part that you were talking about there. Like I felt it was like it was great to see every person kind of evolve, it was, and it kind of it gave more weight to it too, because like everyone kind of had, I think, pretty similar shifts happening. And so it was like, well, it's not my imagination. There's like 3 other people who are reporting similar shifts, So it kind of it was almost like, yeah, there you are, like it's happening for all of us, making it more real even.
Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot about it too. The fact that, we're a community, and I find a lot of things that we do in our sort of world today are very private, and it's you know back in the day, this type of healing, like all, the women would get together and, like, there's something really powerful about everybody healing together, and being able to witness, like, have somebody else witness your journey
Yeah,
besides me, like, I
right.
see it, but to have that, it does make it more real. It even makes it more real for me too, to be like, oh yeah, there's like all these people are getting it all at the same time.
Yes,
It's really
right.
wonderful. Thank you. And thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. I've had such an awesome time working with you. So thank you for sharing that. I know this will help other people who are trying to make a decision whether to try it out or not too. So, oh,
Right. Well,
good.
thank you. It was quite life changing.
You're welcome.